Have you ever heard a song so beautiful it gave you goosebumps? Or maybe someone sang a lullaby that made you feel safe and sleepy. What if I told you there was a person in Greek myths whose music was so magical that even wild animals, rushing rivers, and giant stones stopped to listen? Today, we're meeting that person, Orpheus. Orpheus wasn't a warrior with a sword or a shield. Nope. His superpower was music. He carried a lyre, a little harp with strings, that made the sweetest sounds. When Orpheus played, lions sat calmly beside lambs, trees leaned closer, and even the mighty gods stopped to listen. He was the son of a muse, one of the 9 goddesses of art and inspiration. That means creativity ran in his blood. Instead of fighting with muscles, he inspired people with melody. So if heroes like Hercules had strength and Theseus had courage, Orpheus, he had harmony. One day, Orpheus fell in love with a woman named Eurydice. They were so happy together until tragedy struck. Eurydice was bitten by a snake and died. She went to the Underworld, the land of the dead. Most people would have given up, but not Orpheus. He picked up his lyre and traveled down, down, down into the dark underworld. He played such haunting music that the terrible 3-headed dog Cerberus lay down quietly. The river stopped roaring, and even Hades, the stern god of the underworld, shed a tear. Hades made a deal. Eurydice could follow Orpheus back to the living world. But there was one rule. He must not look back at her until they both reached the sunlight. Orpheus agreed, and they climbed, step after step. But just before they reached the surface, Orpheus worried. Was she really behind him? He turned around, and in an instant, Eurydice vanished forever. Have you ever tried to follow directions, but your curiosity got the best of you? Maybe your teacher said, "Don't peek at the surprise," and, oops, you peeked anyway. That's kind of what happened to Orpheus. He let doubt and impatience win for just a second, and it cost him something huge. We've all had those moments, when waiting feels impossible. Okay, let's talk science. Orpheus, power was music. But why does music affect us so much? When we listen to music, our brains release chemicals called dopamine. They make us feel joy, excitement, even chills. That's why your favorite song makes you want to dance. Music also helps us remember things. Ever get a song stuck in your head? That's your brain's memory working with rhythm and melody. And here's something amazing. Some scientists discovered that plants can respond to vibrations. While they don't hear the way we do, certain sounds can actually help them grow. Imagine trees swaying when Orpheus played. It's not so far from science. Now let's imagine the future. What if Orpheus had today's technology? He could record his songs, send them across the world, or even play concerts in space for astronauts floating on the International Space Station. In fact, scientists already use sound in space exploration. They listen to the vibrations of planets and stars to learn about them, kind of like musical notes from the universe. Maybe one day, musicians and scientists together will create songs not just for humans, but for animals, plants, and even machines, helping us connect in harmony across the whole planet, and maybe beyond. So what did we learn from Orpheus? Music is powerful. It can calm, inspire, and even open doors we never thought possible. But we also learned patience matters. Sometimes waiting just a little longer makes all the difference. Next time you listen to your favorite song, Think of Orpheus and his lyre. Who knows? Maybe your own music could change the world. Thanks for listening, and see you next time on Myth Meets Science.